Yo, it's your dude, Guilty White Boy, the regular guy Sneakerhead, and I'm here today to tell you a little bit about myself and how I got into sneakers. I'm from a small town in Missouri, man. I mean, a little bitty town, like 6,000 people, man. I currently live in Illinois, but I grew up in this little town in Missouri, man, with 6,000 people. It was less than that when I was growing up, man. And I came up in the 90s, you know. I was a teenager in the 90s. So, I got in the game when sneakers were at their peak, the very, not the beginning of it, but when it was really starting to make some noise, when sneakers were really making noise, when every basketball player was getting a shoe deal from somebody. And I was around like 12, 13 when I really got into them. And unfortunately, my parents would never spend money on that type of stuff. They would buy me video games and expensive toys, but not expensive shoes and clothes, but hey, whatever. As soon as I got old enough to have any money of my own, and that's what I started buying. And for me, this was I know this one's beat up. I've had it since, I think, 2016, maybe 2015, something like that, when it came out. This sneaker right here was the one that really started it for me. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the penny one, but I didn't have the penny one. I had these. I had the all white one that came out before this one, and I fell in love with it. And then this one came out, and blue was always my favorite color, so I wanted this one more. So I remember I ended up giving the white one to my pops. He had them on with the laces tied as tight as you can get them, man. It was wild, but I got this one, and then from here it just took off, and I just started, man, I bought some of everything back then. Grant Hills, Stackhouses, Pippins, Rodmans, whatever, whatever I could get my hands on at the time that was available. But remember, like I told you earlier, I'm from a small town, so we got like, back then we had like maybe 6, 7 stores within hours radius around me, because where I live is like right on the border of, it's Missouri, Illinois, Arkansas, Kentucky, and even Tennessee's like maybe an hour, 45 minutes away. So like we could go to those little stores there, you know what I mean? And them stores would only get like maybe 12, 13 pairs. You might be the first person in there and they don't even have your size, and you can't figure out why. It's because they don't hardly get any pairs. Like, you really had to know somebody back then. But yeah, this did it for me. And then once I started getting the Jordans, it was just over with, man. And I started several collections since like 96, 97 maybe, when I really started going hard with the J's, with the Jordan 12 when they first released. Like, I started several collections since then, and for whatever reason, I've always ended up having to start over. Like, this is probably maybe my 6th time starting a collection. I've been working on this one since 2015, 2016, somewhere in there. But yeah. Now you know a little more about your boy. Subscribe, like, share, follow me, leave comments. I respond. Engage with me, I'm gonna follow you, you follow me.